If you're in college and worry about money, then you need to listen up because today I'm going to share with you 3 realistic side hustles that'll help you start earning money today. And remember, please watch this entire video because these 3 side hustles are actually realistic because any college student can do any of these side hustles. And before I dive into these side hustles, welcome to Love's Wallet, where every week I like to talk about money, business, and personal finance. So let's get into it. What most people fail to realize is that the hardest part of college is not getting into college, but instead it's trying to survive in college. With increased tuition, inflation, and even a high cost of living, most college students are struggling to survive. And in addition to studying, socializing, and even taking care of yourself, you have to work a job. And despite working a job, more than most likely, you're still going into debt because you're not making enough and you're using your credit card. The 3 side hustles that I list today might require some startup money, or they might even require a learning curve. But listen, these side hustles also have the opportunity to earn you more money than your current student job, and you can even potentially turn it into a full-time business. For side hustle number 1, how about we start a photography business? Look, at any college campus, one thing is always true. Everyone needs a photo. And I'm not talking about like a regular photo, but more specifically, a professional photo. When the school year starts, new students, freshmen, they need photos for their LinkedIn. Graduating students, they're gonna need photos for graduation. And sometimes people wanna do a photo shoot for their birthday, or even sometimes campus clubs and organizations want photo shoots for their board members. And believe it or not, even athletes want photos in their uniform or just them in action. And these are just 5 reasons why someone might want a photo on a college campus, and within any given semester, you can easily book 10 to 20 photo shoots. And now, you're probably wondering, how do I even get started? For step number 1, you're gonna need a camera. And if you don't have extra money and can't afford a used camera on eBay or Amazon, just go to the school library. You can simply borrow their camera. And yes, I know it sounds like a hassle because you gotta coordinate it and you gotta borrow it and write it out, but again, you have no other options and you don't have extra money, so just start out with using the school's camera and their equipment. And don't think about using an iPhone because again, this is a photography business and you wanna look professional when you take these photos, so please be sure to have a professional camera just to look the part. Now, you have a camera, the next step, you gotta find some friends and take photos of them. And the main reason for this is because you need a portfolio for social media. No one is gonna let you take photos of them or their student organizations if you don't have any photos on Instagram or any previous work. Again, there needs to be some type of proof that you know what you're doing. And once your page is set up and you start promoting your business, you're all set. Because now it's very, very simple. Again, don't overthink it. The easiest way to network on campus is to market yourself. And yes, you can do it with Instagram, but also by word of mouth because your friends will tell their friends and eventually they'll tell other people, and before you know it, you'll have a bunch of clients in the first semester. And when starting off, your prices might be low because again, you probably haven't proven yourself or you're just getting started, but after a couple book sessions, 9 times out of 10, you can increase your prices as your editing skills and your photography skills got better. Once word gets out that you are doing photos, but more importantly, you're doing great photos, you can branch out to other colleges or even local businesses. A bonus tip here, if you wanna earn more money, what I would do is sell custom photo presets, which is basically LUTs. And this is for people who want nice photos and they want to like edit their photos properly, but can't afford your services. For side hustle number 2, you can start refurbishing electronics. Just as every student needs a photo, more than most likely every student is using technology. And if that's the case, 10 times out of 10, their electronic devices will break and stop performing over time. Think about it. How many times did you or one of your friends go to the Apple store just to fix your screen? Or think about the many times you or one of your friends complained about not having enough storage on your iPhone or on your MacBook or on your Windows computer. More than most likely, it was probably a lot. Look, I'm telling you, on a college campus specifically, there is definitely a need for this business, and some possible services that you can provide or focus on is cleaning electronic devices, screen repair, freeing up storage, selling used devices at a cheaper price and marking them up and reselling for more, or even offering common accessories such as adapters. And I get it, you might be wondering by now, what if I don't know how to do any of this? What if I don't know how to free up storage or fix screens? Well, you go to YouTube and you can simply learn these things. For example, there are a bunch of videos on YouTube of people showing you how to repair an iPhone screen, an Android screen. And sometimes they even have specific repair kits on Amazon or eBay for you to purchase. So yes, like I mentioned before, there's a learning curve. But once you learn how to repair a screen, you can easily make an extra $50 or more after purchasing the repair kit and doing the installation, and you're all set. Another service I mentioned earlier is freeing up storage. In 2024, we all love to take photos and videos. And as a result, most people have the common issue of running out of storage on their mobile devices or even their computers. What that means is this is a business opportunity for you. Whether it's a one-time service or even a monthly service, you can figure out a way to make sure that they can keep their photos and videos all on their device while not having to delete other apps on their phone or impacting their phone's performance. And again, you might be questioning, why would they come to me and not just simply watch a video and do it themselves? And I need you to understand it's because you're gonna become the most trusted person on campus when it comes to technology. And instead of fucking it up, they wanna come to you. Again, when thinking of side hustles, don't limit yourself, but understand that you're providing a convenience to other people and they want your service. Another bonus tip here, if you wanna make more money when it comes to electronic devices, see if you can find a charger or an adapter on Alibaba or eBay and simply add your own logo to it. And as a result, you can mark that up and sell it to a bunch of students. For side hustle number 3, let's start reselling some sneakers or clothes. Outside of partying, what do you think most college students are worried about? It's their appearance. More than most likely, they care about how they look, whether it's inside or outside of class. And as a result, they're spending a lot of time online shopping for outfits. And you guessed it, this is where you come into play. Now, most males, they want to wear designer gear. And as I mentioned in the beginning, most male students, or just students in general, do not have enough money to survive. And if you don't have enough money to survive, then you probably don't have enough money for clothes. So instead of them paying a retail price for nice clothes, you can find product on eBay, Grilled, or even at a Goodwill store and offer it to them at a cheaper price. And I know this might sound crazy, but trust me, you can really find good deals at these places. And the only thing you need to be knowledgeable in this is understanding trends and basically understanding what do people at your campus like and what is hot in the streets. And then also you gotta figure out, how to clean the clothes. But again, this business model is very simple because you can find cool apparel, sneakers, wherever at a Goodwill store or online and sell it to students at a marked up price. And if you don't like the idea of curating or finding clothes specifically, instead, how about you make clothes? Another true thing about all college students is that they love, like I'm telling you, they love to represent their school. I mean, think about it. You're paying thousands of dollars to attend a school. More than most likely, you want to wear their gear. You want to show off like, hey, I'm going to this school and so forth. And again, this is where you come in because now you have the opportunity to make graphic t-shirts, and t-shirts specifically because they don't cost a lot of money and it's very easy to find t-shirts in screen print. And the idea here is to find a graphic or make a graphic that resonates your school mascot and your collegiate college branding or whatever. And once you have a design, now turn that into a vintage design. 9 times out of 10, that t-shirt will sell out. And the process of doing this is very simple. Again, make a design on your computer, show some people around campus, and then take pre-orders for those t-shirts. And as a result, you're all set. And the reason you want to do it this way is just because then you're not stuck with inventory. You got all your money up front and then you're in the clear. And the only skill you really need here is understanding how to use Illustrator and Photoshop. And even if you don't know how to use any of those platforms, in 2024, you can easily use Canva or even Midjourney to create the graphic. Again, there are so many tools in 2024, so you legit have no excuse to not start a side hustle today. Look, I hope you found this video helpful, but more importantly, I hope you start a side hustle this year. And if you have any other ideas when it comes to a side hustle or earning extra cash in college, let me know in the comments down below. Please be sure to hit me with a like, comment, or even subscribe, as I would really appreciate it. And if you're not already, please be sure to follow me on my socials or even subscribe to my weekly newsletter. See you next week.